I would like
I can hear.
the technicians to make sure that the ladies have their mics connected right now because apparently they're not connected, and I don't know why. Yes, Professor Table, please talk to us.
Um, Good afternoon, good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today. We have very important agenda for today. It's all about drafting for Momo County. We know that we've been doing drafts to support our humanitarian effort in home front. We've been doing draft because that is what has helped us to sustain our struggle up to this moment. And I sit here proud to be a Mogamo indigene from Batibo Central. I happen to be related to the Batibo Palace, and the struggle is at the core of what we do. And Momo County is integrally connected to the struggle. Momo County has one of the strongest forefathers of our struggle for Ngozi Dinka. And we have in Momo County 5 local government areas, all of them with fighters and people who have struggled to get us to this point. We have the Mogamo LGA, we have the Menemo LGA, we have the Njikwa LGA, we have the Widikum LGA, we have the Nji LGA, and each LGA has several different villages. Now, take for example the Mogamo LGA that has 22 villages, and those villages individually and collectively have suffered during this 7-year struggle. These villages, all 22 villages, have been tormented and tortured by ADF and La Republique agents. This LGA and county has been bearing the brunt of the struggle financially and physically. And so I'm here to appeal to everyone, any Momo indigent, all friends of Momo County, and all the LGAs supporters to come and draft and support Momo County. Without Momo County, we cannot make any inroads in our struggle. Historically, Momo County and Mogamo LGA in particular serves as a transition zone from the Midland Zone all the way to Nigeria. And so it is strategically located in terms of our geopolitics and international connections and relations with our neighbors. And so you cannot, from the Midlands, go to Nigeria without passing through Mogamoland or passing through Momo County. And so, for those who may be sitting on the fence and thinking that this struggle is quote unquote that winner thing, you want to think again. Because when this is all said and done, all of you will still have to go home one day. Some of you are already going home now because you think, oh, the war doesn't concern you, so you can go and end in Yaoundé or go and end in Douala. But it's also a shame that when you go, you cannot even go to Boya or Bamenda because you know that there is a war that has been declared on our people. And so it is very important for us to understand that this draft is not just about Momo County. This draft is about contributing our quota to make sure that we succeed, because there is no way that we can sit and not think that we're going to succeed. We cannot give up at this moment. We can only move forward, because if we do falter, La République and her agents will crush us. That has been their intent all along. When he declared war in November of 2017, they thought it was going to take 2 weeks to crush us. Today, almost 8 years, we are still standing to show that our people are resilient, our people are in for the long haul, and our people are determined to succeed. There is no turning back. And so my comrades had been talking about the very annoying issue of human rights representatives going to La République, talking about the so-called war that they don't know anything about, and not even daring to enter the war zone. But they can sit there and blaming the victims, blaming those who are suffering. And so it is not even surprising, because, again, like they say, politics is a dirty game. We know from history that all of them have been going to Cameroon to collect their own share of the cake, to live with golden statuettes and say that they have contacted, you know, people, civil society or government representatives or other stakeholders. How do you contact or discuss anything with stakeholders and you ignore the very people that are suffering? The people in the war-torn zones are those who are supposed to have been consulted. They should have made every effort to go to Bamenda, go to Banfe, or go to Boya and see what is happening. And so I don't think that we should be very surprised at what is going on, but that will not stop us from pushing forward. Ours is a legitimate struggle, and ours is a
Now,
clear case of dream deferred.
just
And
a
so
moment,
our
Professor Tebow.
independence will be.
There's echo coming in from the studios, and I want you, the technicians, to fix it immediately. Go ahead, Professor Tebow, please.
Yes, I was saying that ours is a clear case of a dream deferred, and that dream is the dream of living and enjoying our independence that was already granted in 1961. Whatever legalities and whatever is happening, our independence happened in 1961. Now, that also means that a couple of people failed us, including the United Nations, especially the United Kingdom. And this is where we are. And so we see that in 8 years, it is taking those quote unquote stakeholders who were responsible for our plight to right the wrong. When you talk to some of them, they say, oh, let's forgive and forget. How do you forget when history is staring you in the face? There is no way that we will give up our independence. There is no way that we will be living with people who detest us, but only like and love our resources. And so, what we need to do is draft, draft, and draft like our life depends on it. In fact, our life depends on it, because this is also an existential war,
It
albeit
cannot,
a
it
war that
cannot be
we
said.
did
It
not.
cannot be said any better, Professor Tebow. We need to draft and draft and draft as though our life depends on it.